everyone, and welcome to Thursday where we do share and review. So just before I get on to this, just remember this is just education purposes only. It's not to be taken as personalised advice or anything like that. So if you want personalised advice, you do need to obviously talk to your own share broker or financial advisor. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at Tourism Holdings. So I've got Tourism Holdings up here and I've just got it over a 2-year period. Like what I talked about last week and also on Tuesday, the market does tend to have very little activity over the sort of festive season, and you can see that here. So with Tourism Holdings, we've had a couple of weeks of negative returns, but if you look down here on the volume, there's very little volume being traded over that period. But let's put some indicators on. So we'll pop the moving averages on. For those that need to follow me, as you know, it's 30 exponential and also 50. 15. Right, so for this share here, it is trading above both of those moving averages, which is great. It's something that we want to see. It is also crossed, so the 15-week moving average has crossed between over the 30-week. So obviously that faster moving average has crossed above, and that's what we refer to as a golden cross. Now, if we go back about here, so you'll just see back in September 2022, that's when it crossed again, and obviously we had some phenomenal upside. Then the market then turned and it went through the 15-week moving average went through the 30, and that was at July last year. So basically that's where that run ended, and pretty much it's just gone sideways. But we've started to see that cross, which is a very, very good indicator. Now we'll see if we can pull up the NZSX 50 to get a comparison. There we go. And that's a really, really good sign. So as you can see, the blue line down the bottom here is the NZSX 50, and this share is trading well above it. So for those people that have been following me regularly, you will have seen that I regularly pull this up, and most shares, there's been a few, but most shares have been trading below the main board of the NZSX 50. And bear in mind that I'm only looking at shares that are trading on the NZSX 50 board. Reason for that is because they have a lot more liquidity than some of the other shares that are available. That's not saying that they're not good investments, but you just need to be mindful that that you've got liquidity, obviously, to get in, but also more importantly to get out. And that's why, in my own experience, I have tended to just stick with the main board. So this is a great indicator. This is certainly a lot of positive there for Tourism Holding. I'll just take that off, and there's another indicator that we can use as well. So we call it the Donchian channels. And I'm just going to put a 14-week high there. So the only thing for me with this particular share is, it is trading up around near its sort of recent highs, although I would want to see it a little bit higher than that. I would want to see, I've just put what I refer to as a 14-week high on this, and so for me, I would definitely want to see it trading perhaps up around these levels again before I would even consider putting a buy market in. But that's certainly a share that could well be worth having on a watch list. Let's have a look at the 5-year and just see what that's been doing. No surprises back in 2020 when we first had COVID take effect. Obviously it absolutely plummeted, but since then it's been relatively on quite a strong performance. So that's a very, very good sign to see. You can also see here you've got these Ds. They stand for dividends. So the last time this Tourism Holding paid a dividend was back in January 2020, and then it withheld those dividends until September last year. So that was probably a very good, strong move for that company, is to withhold paying the dividends, obviously to reinvest that capital back into the business and give it a lot more structure and get it performing again. So that's enough. I'll stop sharing, and if you've got any questions or anything like that, please do sing out. I'm more than happy to help. So until then, we'll catch you next week. Thanks a lot.